Well, it really started with my father, our father, Paddy Keane or Patrick Keane. He was a very good watchmaker who trained in city here in Cork. And then my mum, who was a very energetic and go-ahead woman, she persuaded him to rent a small shop in Oliver Plunk Street, known as 94 Oliver Plunk Street. And that was where we began, the beginning of it all. They were a good combination. She was the accelerator, he was the brake. So if she kind of wanted to go too far ahead, he put his foot in the brake and slowed down, and it worked very well. But he was a very solid, reliable man, excellent watchmaker, and she was energetic, go, full of heart, a great person for dealing with the staff, great relationship with them, and very charitable. So we're trying to do the best we can to carry on that torch.
And we still have a lot of customers coming in that would remember to this day. She had a great personality, and she was a real people's person.
We were renting that shop. The next door place became available if we wanted it, and we took it, 93. And then a few years later, 95, on the other side became available. We took that as well. So we had 93, 94 and 95. When 95A became available, and that became free, the McCarthy family, who were doing the renting to us, asked if we'd like to have that. And my father said, no, the brake came down. We're not going to have that, that's too many. But my mum and myself said, sure, shamefully, we'll go. It's right next door. So we opened a car shop, she and I, and to the first car shop in Cork, in fact. And then the next thing was, we were anxious to open a shop in Patrick Street, and we purchased a premises at 116 Patrick Street, and we opened a jewellery shop there. We called it Michelle's because we were trying to think of some name to put on it rather than Keanes. And we ran that for a number of years, still running as Michelle's. My brother now owns it and runs it. In those days, it was a big acquisition for us. And then we decided we'd go down to Killarney and open a shop there. And that was in 1966. So we had the Cork shops, we had Michelle's in Patrick Street, and we had Killarney. And Killarney would have been, you know, in those days very much a souvenir shop. But gradually over the years, we become known as a good quality jeweller shop. After the 1961 and 1966 openings, the Killarney one and the one here in Michelle's, we decided we would hold tough then for a while, and we were approached to know if we'd be interested in buying the property known as Cloncarthy Buildings, which incorporated the 4 shops here, 93, 94, 95, 95A, the pub 96, and around the corner, Cloncarthy people, they had an off-licence and a supply place for bringing in their wine, their whiskey and their tea, because this was a very big tea blending building. And they also distilled whiskey, for which they won 8 gold medals, as you can see from the picture here behind me. And we got the opportunity to buy the property, which was a bit scary, because from small shops, we suddenly had this massive building, and we had to plan it carefully with the aid of the Omega Watch Company. And we then opened what was a really big shop to us, which was actually marvellous, because as that was opening, a number of the other main jewellers in Cork City were decreasing in presence. And we just happened to come along at the right time, and our shop then became the shop in Cork for jewellery.